The rise and fall of Jordan Belfort, how he became the Wolf of Wall Street. Ever heard the story of how greed became someone's downfall? Jordan Belfort is the poster child for every cautionary tale about greed ever written. In modern-day financial scams, few names stand out with notoriety like Jordan Belfort. In the 1990s, Jordan Belfort and his firm Stratton Oakmont were the biggest names in the stock market. Every young broker in America and around the world hoped for an opportunity to work in his firm. He was the envy of all on Wall Street. He not only knew the formula for making money, but he also had a reputation for spending money. Unfortunately, when someone's life looks too good to be true, it often is. Eventually, the less than honest business tactics that had shaped his meteoric rise were discovered, and his entire empire crashed as quickly as it rose. This is the story of the incredible rise and shocking fall of Jordan Belfort. Who is Jordan Belfort? Born Jordan Ross Belfort, he was born on July 9, 1962, in the Bronx, New York, U.S. Jordan Belfort was born to Jewish parents who were both accountants. Belfort had always wanted to make money and would devise creative ways to earn a dollar. Between completing high school and starting college, Belfort and his childhood friend Elliot Lowenstern earned $20,000 selling Italian ice from styrofoam coolers to people at a local beach. For young Belfort, this was a start to a promising future. So when he graduated with a degree in biology from the American University, he figured he would use his saved-up money to enroll and pay for dental school. On the first day of school at the University of Maryland School of Dentistry, the dean announced, "The golden age of dentistry is over. If you're here simply because you're looking to make a lot of money, you're in the wrong place." Jordan Belfort picked up his bags and left, never to return. Jordan Belfort Early Businesses. Over the course of the next few years, Jordan would start multiple businesses, including a meat and seafood company. All of them failed. He decided it might be better if he worked for someone else and was ultimately hired as a connector for the brokerage firm L.F. Rothschild. It was his first exposure to the securities industry, and after seeing how much money his fellow brokers were pulling down, he quickly decided to shift his career path. He was ultimately laid off after that firm experienced financial difficulties related to the Black Monday stock market crash of 1987. He spent the next few years working for multiple firms, learning as much as possible and becoming more adept at crafting successful sales pitches. Then, in 1989, he decided to branch out on his own. Stratton Oakmont. In the early 1990s, Belfort launched his own trading company, Stratton Oakmont. The firm was almost immediately successful. Understanding the secret to the firm's success, Belfort chose to play things smart. He hired childhood friends and relatives in positions of power within the company, including hiring his father as chief financial officer. As a result, Belfort created a close-knit group of upper managers willing to keep the firm's secrets. The firm did start as an honest venture. However, Belfort put unnecessary pressure on himself and his employees to quickly make as much money as possible. It was only a matter of time before things would come crashing down. Stratton Oakmont soon began to function as a boiler room that marketed penny stocks and defrauded investors with pump-and-dump stock sales. Specifically, Stratton Oakmont perfected what is known as a pump-and-dump scheme. The brokers at Stratton Oakmont would aggressively push particular stocks on their clients, urging them to buy as much as they could as quickly as possible. Mortgage your house, cash in your 401k, empty your child's college fund, and buy as much XYZ stock as possible. The sudden surge in demand would instantly inflate the stock's prices. Stratton Oakmont would then sell its stock holdings as the price peaked, making a very large profit in the process. Then, after a few days or weeks, the stock would come crashing down and, in the process, wipe out all the investors who were duped. The lavish lifestyle of Jordan Belfort. From the outside, Stratton Oakmont seemed like a hugely successful brokerage firm. It was only a matter of time before word of their instant success spread quickly. Everyone was looking for any opportunity to earn money big time. And so, young men and women, hungry to make money, began to apply to work for Stratton in droves. Jordan Belfort frequently hired inexperienced and often desperate employees and taught them to make the sale, no matter what. Belfort believed in his firm's motto, "Don't hang up until the client either buys or dies." The employees were professionally trained to milk clients out of their money to buy these penny stocks. The entire staff threw money around almost indiscriminately, buying expensive items and property, and were known for engaging in increasingly wild behavior. Drug use was rampant, and Belfort developed a serious addiction to Quaaludes. With more money being made faster than they could spend it, Belfort one time nearly crashed his helicopter on his lawn and sank his yacht in Italy. With no shortage of aspiring and willing employees, his firm continued to hire anyone willing to get rich by any means necessary. He opened offshore accounts and recruited friends and family members to smuggle cash to Switzerland strapped to their bodies. In an interview, Belfort later admitted, "It's easier to get rich quick when you don't follow the rules." Then it came crashing down. Jordan Belfort's willingness to ignore the rules would eventually be his downfall. Stratton Oakmont was under near constant scrutiny from the National Association of Securities Dealers, now the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, from 1989 onward. Finally, in December 1996, the NASD expelled Stratton Oakmont, putting it out of business. Belfort was then indicted for securities fraud and money laundering in 1999. Belfort served 22 months of a 4-year sentence at the Taft Correctional Institution in Taft, California, in exchange for a plea deal with the Federal Bureau of Investigation for running pump-and-dump scams that led to investor losses of approximately $200 million. In addition, Belfort was ordered to pay back $110.4 million that he swindled from stock buyers. Jordan Belfort's path to redemption and restitution. Jordan Belfort is proof that you don't always have to stay down when you fall. Belfort's restitution agreement required him to pay 50% of his income towards restitution to the 1,513 clients he defrauded until 2009, with a total of $110 million further mandated restitution. About $10 million of the $110 million that Belfort's victims had recovered as of 2013 resulted from the sale of forfeited properties. U.S. federal prosecutors filed a complaint against him when he began to default on his payment. As a result, Belfort began negotiating a restitution payment plan with the U.S. government. Belfort's final deal with the government was to pay a minimum of $10,000 per month for life towards the restitution. Belfort also claims he's putting the profits from his U.S. public speaking engagements and media royalties towards the restitution, in addition to the $10,000 per month. Jordan Belfort went on to write 2 memoirs, The Wolf of Wall Street and Catching of the Wolf of Wall Street, which was then published in approximately 40 countries and translated into 18 languages. A movie based on his books opened in 2013 starring Leonardo DiCaprio as Belfort, Jonah Hill, and Margot Robbie. The film was written by Terrence Winter and directed by Martin Scorsese. He received a $500,000 advance from Random House, and before its release, a bidding war began for the book's film rights. According to Businessweek, Belfort had paid only $21,000 toward his restitution obligations out of approximately $1.2 million paid to him in connection with the film before its release. In addition, Belfort has stated that the government refused his offer to put 100% of his book deal money towards his restitution. What do you think about Jordan Belfort? Should he do more for his restitution, or has he done enough? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section. Also, if you found this video informative and entertaining, please share it with your friends. And kindly give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring videos. See you in the next video.